created a quote now. It is showing up. In the admin platform, you have bulk data services and inside this.
Mohan, can you increase your voice?
Yeah, sir. Here in the bulk download services, you have one history XML. Okay. Click on next. Here you need to give your BS ID. So basically this history XML, what it does is, it will see, it is going to track the changes or the actions happened. Okay. Here if you see the change item is add line item. I have clicked on add line item. Then what happened? User first name, user login, what is this, what are the changes that we have done, and on open transaction, and I mean we have opened the transaction means it is going to be considered as an open transaction. All these changes, if you want to have on the port itself, then you are going to use the display history action, which is going to display what are the different things a user has performed on a quote. Okay. Copy to favorites. This favorites thing also, there are two ways we can add favorites. I will be explaining the favorites in the process invocation and this as well. If you want to save a particular configuration, or if you want to save a particular code to use it further, then you will be using, like if you have something to debug, or there is something which is which users are going to use very frequently, then instead of going to the home page and doing those configurations repeatedly, you can go with the favorites. How favorites works also we shall see while I explain you with the process invocation. The export attachment. Export attachment is nothing but, like, if you can see, if you want to like generate the file from something, then you will be using the export attachment. This also we shall see. Copy line items. When you add something on the transaction line item grid, okay, and if you want to copy the same configuration one more time without going to the configuration page, you will be using the copy line item. Submit. This submit action is basically to invoke approvals, to trigger approvals on the code. This submit will be having again a predefined system attributes, predefined sub actions through which you can create your own approval flows, link the mail, and also link the rejection comment. Like there is a separate like we would be going through a separate session on submit flow. Refresh, as the name suggests, it is like refreshing the code. This is basically used whenever you are trying to update something on using JS or HTML, then this refresh action is must. Version means, see, you can copy a code. If you copy a code, what happens? It is going to create another code with a different BS ID. if you are versioning it, it is like to the same code, you are creating a better version. That is the purpose of version. We shall see everything in detail. Unlock. Unlock and lock are like if you want to log the transaction in an if you want to log the transaction, then you can create an action with the type of lock, and if you want to unlock it, you can do it. Export line items, import line items. Basically, you might have configured something big in a line item grid. If you want to like and get the entire config, like entire line item flow in an Excel CSV file, you can use the export line item. And if you want to re-import the same thing to capture that the entire configuration, instead of going line by line or adding from favorites, if you want to do the same thing again, you will be using the import line item. uh, these are the actions so far. We shall check by creating each action and understand, is there any specific thing different from one action to another action. Hope it is clear so far.
Yes, Mohan.
Now we shall go with the first modify action. Okay, now so we have created an action called action with type modify. I have given the label name and the variable name. It has like created an action. And if you see here, you have general tab, modify tab, destination, integration, document views, performance. Now we shall see the general tab. The general tab basically, as a name suggests, it defines what like what is the label name, what is the variable name. Okay, this approval comment mapping and approval I mean email notification keyword we shall discuss while we go through the submit approvals. Okay, description you can give action icon if you want to just, this is just a beautification on your show loading dialog. This is like when you want, when you select S, if you click on this action and it is going to take some time, then it will show you in a loader. Action timeout, how many minutes, if the action is like taking so much of time, then you can time it out in with a defined time frame. Execute actions if associated integrations timeout. Basically, if the integrations like if the action is associated with the integrations and the integrations are taking so much of time, because of my integrations could be sometimes asynchronous, it is taking so much of time than expected, then you can like check this option to run the action. Okay, how action runs even the integration fails, we shall see. And reference in Redwood layout, this will be explained in terms of Redwood UI. Run validation before modify. Okay, always run pricing of all lines. This is like when pricing engine is enabled, then we will be using this. Run validation before modify. Advanced validation, advanced modify before formula, advanced modify after formula. What is this? Basically, validation, there are four rules in commerce: validation rule, constraint rule, access rule, and filter rule. Out of which a validation rule is something that triggers on an action click. Suppose you have clicked on some action and there are certain there are some mandatory fields that need to be populated before going for that action. Then it will, if you create a rule and deploy it, then it is going to like raise an error on UI that this mandatory field is not filled, so please fill it. like whatever the message that you are going to give, it is going to execute. So if you want to run that first before modification, what is meant by modification? Here, go on an action. If you want some values to be populated on the attribute directly without going for uh, like without going into before formulas or after formulas, then what you are going to do, see here, transaction. Suppose we have created one attribute, no, so many attributes, demo menu, text area and all. So on clicking this action, if you want a specific value to be populated inside this, then you can use this define function, which will help to, like, which will use some BML function to return the value. Or if you want to use specified value, like if you want to make it hard text, I mean static, then you can use specific value. Leave value unchanged. If you don't want to make any value unchanged, you can use this, or you can save from form. Revert to default means, so if you remember in the last class, we discussed how what is meant by default function. The default is a function which is like default is a and default is an option on the attribute what is supposed to be populated inside that attribute the moment code gets created. So if you want to go for that basic default thing on clicking this action, then you are going to click on select the revert to default. We shall see here demo text. I'm going to, let's not go for this demo text. I'm just giving hi. This is for testing. Here in the demo menu, I'm going to just use our user action username. If system username equal to test account, return, sorry, return, we have just given test option now. L return. If first time if you are using the return statement, if it is working, if it is satisfied and the return works, then it does not come, it doesn't come for line number 7. It will yes, it will stop there. Let's see what is there in demo menu. Let's see whether it has, it is there here or not. Okay. And second, it's taking some time. So basically, before this happens, in a on a text action and an action. What the sequence is, first this modify tab runs, and then be, before formulas advanced modify before formulas uh, option runs, and then formulas run, and again advanced modify after formulas run, meaning here on the demo modify demo text, here hi, this is for testing. Here I have given now. Let's add one integer in the formula and show you how it is going to define, like how it is going to work. Here from the process definition I'm going to formulas. So what I have done, I will be giving a value on the UI on clicking this action. Okay, this demo modifier, I'm going to have a sequence. First I'll create the sequence and then I'll explain it. Let me give some static text called 20 general. Here we have before and after formulas. Sorry. Written one tilde demo integer tilde string of existing value into 3. I'll explain what I'm doing. Okay, just bear with me for 2 minutes. Now let me put what I did. It is like first user enters value, modify. I have given initially 0, from modify it is 20, before formula 20 into 2,
20 into 3.
3. Okay, sorry. Here also we have given 20 into 3. 20 into 3 formula after formula. Again, this will be like 20 into 3 into 2, right? This one. Now, again 20 into 3 into 2 into 3.
Mohan, voice is very low now.
Very
Unable to
low.
understand what you're saying. It.
Okay. So, what I was mentioning is, initially it will be 0. On modify, we are making it 20. Again, after that, before formula should run, it should become 20 into 3. And our formulas, it should become 20 into 3, like I mean 60 into 2, 120. And after formulas, like 120 into 3, 360 should come. Let's deploy this and I'll explain the sequence. Clear? Is my voice audible now?
Again, it's reduced. I'm
Not
not
sure.
sure why this voice fluctuation is happening.
Not sure. It could be due to the network, I think. I'm placing the action on the layout. I'm going to take one more panel. I have put demo modify here in the demo actions tab on the layout. Okay. Now let me come back and deploy this. Yeah, it got deployed. Let's refresh and see what is the value it is coming. So initially on the demo integer, the value is nothing here. Okay, let's see what happens. So test one is not a value. Second. For demo menu, oh, the variable name differs. So if you see here now, there on the action we have added, but in the modify tab also of the attribute it will appear now. See, demo modify. We need not go to the action. We can come here and see. the system user can stating that you should not go for test one. Oh, system username is test. Let's redeploy. And click on demo modify. Test. Now it has given value 180. Let's see whether the calculation is correct or not. Using modify, formula, it is demo integer into 2. 90 into 3, 60. 60 into before formulas modify 20. 20 into 3, 60. 60 into 2, 120. 120 into 3, 360 it should come. But what happened? 60 has come. 60 into 3 has come. This formula did not run. Okay, let's see what happens. Let me remove this formula and see what is happening, and then again we shall redeploy. Now again here I'm just redefining. So I have skipped this after formula 20 into 3. So 20 into 3, again the values 20 into 3 will be multiplied with 3. Let's see. So the formulas were not running. Let's debug why it was not running. So the sequence is, see, first what has run, it has run like it has applied 20, means the moment you click on action, this modify tab runs first. Next, before formulas. Okay, before formulas runs, we have like it has inserted 20, and later 20 has become 20 into 360. And again here what we were doing in the after formulas, we were multiplying again the demo integer value with 3, which has resulted in 180. Is that clear how the sequence runs? Modify before formulas and after formulas. Till where did you listen? Yes. Did you understand why how it has populated
So
180 here?
till now, what I listen is you created the one demo integer. Okay, the demo integer you enter the default value, you modify a tab on the
Hmm.
action. Okay, later on in the before formulas, you created one formula demo integer into two. Okay, after that and you are selected the after define the formulas, define the function in the before and after formulas of the action.
Hmm.
And after formulas uh, you manipulate that demo integer in the into three again after the different function in the modifier. So
Hmm.
that's what I mean. And I stuck in the that action error message was thrown in the commerce page, right? That I stuck there.
Okay, okay. So what I did, I removed the formula actually. Formulas, this previously we had added one formula. Now I have removed it. Just for now, I'm going to I have shown this sequence. Like what happens? Modify tab. It has inserted a value 20 inside demo integer. In the before formulas, we are taking the demo integer and then multiplying it with 3. Whatever the value it could be, it is now going to be multiplied with 3. Demo integer, I am taking existing value and I am returning. See here what we were doing, this is the return format on any main document. One represents the document number of the commerce. Demo integer underscore t is nothing but the variable name. Okay, and here the return type is string. That's why I'm multiplying and then I'm converting it to string of. So by if we are returning that, it means we are assigning the value to this attribute. In the before formulas, by now, like coming to the sequence, you have added 20, you have assigned 20 to this demo integer in the modify tab. Now coming to the before formula, here the 20 has become 20 into 360. Again, and the after formulas, define function,
One
it,
doubt
it has become
now.
20 into 360.
I have one doubt now.
Yeah, yeah, Ram, go ahead.
So here in the before formulas, the return data type is you are assigning the value to that attribute, right? So suppose if you return the value directly, that existing value into three, it won't update in the attribute.